Okay, so when you're in Hollywood, that's like the most stereotypical place for Satanists to...
Dude, it's the people, man. Don't blame that on don't do that to people that's making lots of money to feed their faith. No, I'm telling you, bro, like, don't blame Hollywood. It's like blaming the devil for the decisions you make.
Cheryl James, known as Salt, was one half of the groundbreaking hip-hop duo Salt and Pepper, alongside Sandra Denton. Rising to fame in the late 80s and dominating the 90s, they became one of the first female rap groups to achieve mainstream success. Recently, Cheryl spoke out claiming that Luciferians and Satanists run the music industry and the government. These claims aren't new. Many people have long believed that those in positions of power may be connected to something darker or more mysterious behind the scenes. Take a listen.
But you can't really talk about it because people will think that you're crazy. So now we know Satanists and Luciferians run the world. 2 Corinthians, it describes that Satan is the god of this world. They own the government, politics, Democrats and Republicans, the court system, the education system, the banks, the Federal Reserve, real estate, farms, Hollywood, what we watch, music, what we listen to, media, what we believe, sports, big pharma, everything. We pay their taxes, we work their jobs, we buy their houses. We don't own anything really, because even if we paid for a house outright, if we miss paying taxes one time, they can take the home. We've been pitted against each other like crazy forever. Black versus white, rich versus poor, men versus women, Democrats versus Republicans, Muslims against Christians. We fight over narratives that they've created to keep us divided while they're doing whatever they want. Hunting, killing, sexually assaulting, sacrificing, torturing, cannibalizing, yes, cannibalizing, and organ harvesting our children. Grooming them and over-sexualizing them, teaching them inappropriate things in school. They start wars and they tell us it's this country or that country, or it's this religion who's our enemy. And our kids go to war to defend lies. They fund both sides of the war and make billions of dollars while our family members are sacrificed. We have been bamboozled beyond our wildest dreams. Everything we've been fed is a lie. So what do we do? If you're like me, it's like, okay, we got the information, but what do? We can't impeach the president because that's up to Congress. The only power we have is our dollars, our prayers, and our voices. Some people will laugh at that, but when it comes to their God, they're on their job. They pray to their God, they worship him, they murder, assault children, make blood sacrifices. They are very dedicated to making sure their God is pleased with them. We can stop feeding the beast with our dollars. When things are exposed, we can stop giving them our money. I'm not telling you who you should buy from or where to spend your money, but I do encourage you to investigate the company you patronize. Find out who they are, what their practices are, what their beliefs are. I know we love certain brands, but do we know their history? Who owns your bank? Is there another place that you can put your money? Because if they decide, they can close the banks whenever they want, or they can freeze our accounts if we don't comply with their narrative. They're purposely poisoning our water, air, and food. So support your local farmers if you have access. I know everyone doesn't have access. I understand that. Buy fresh, real food. Buy land if you can. Grow food if that's in your heart. Even this information we've been exposed to, I think it's designed to see what we will do. This information can make us feel helpless and depressed and even more complacent, giving them even more control to usher in their new world order, their one world government, one currency, one world dictatorship where we have no rights at all. So we can refuse digital ID, we can support smaller venues, we can spread and share information. If we can homeschool our children. Support local farmers. It's healthier, it's cleaner. Get back to eating whole foods. If you can, try and go direct to consumer. And according to Revelation, yes, we are being led to a choice, right? It talks about the mark of the beast in Revelation 13:16 through 17. You can read it for yourself, but that's basically where this is all headed.
I agree with much of what she's saying, especially as more hidden actions involving powerful people have been exposed, causing many to question what's really happening behind the scenes. After the release of the Jeffrey Files in 2026, which some people believe revealed disturbing and unsettling allegations, it led many to view those in power with deeper suspicion. To some, it reinforced the belief that certain elites are connected to dark influences. Regardless of what people choose to call it, many see it as evidence of something deeply troubling. As Cheryl James said, it reflects the idea that what's done in the darkness will eventually come to the light.